everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I thought I would just jump on here today because I kind of look cute. I actually did my hair a little bit, put on a little bit of face. So I said, well, let's not waste the moment and go ahead and do a book review while I look a little bit cute today. It was all sunny out and got some fresh air and decided, well, I still got a little bit of time in the day, so let's go ahead and be productive. So, I will review the book called The Mister by E.L. James. So, let's get into this. The story involves a woman named Alyssa that is running from her recent past. She is a talented pianist and house cleaner, which is called a daily in this book. So that was interesting to have a different term used for housekeeper, house cleaner. It is called a daily. The story is set mainly in London, where Alyssa becomes the daily for a man named Maximum. Maximum is a very wealthy man that has been soiling his wild oats up until the death of his brother. The death of his brother caused Maximus to take over his family royal responsibilities. He is not ready for this. Maximus encounters his new daily, Alyssa, and is very attracted to her. Maximum is finding it hard to resist his attraction to Alyssa because up until this point, he has been kind of like the playboy, just kind of just wilding out, not really having any responsibilities, living off the family money, just living his best singleness life. And now he's starting to catch the feels for Alyssa. He doesn't even really know her. He's just really attracted to her physically at this point. But Maximum begins to make small gestures toward Alyssa that are unlike his normal behaviors towards women. All the while, his brother's widow is trying to get him to engage in a more intimate situation. Yeah, you heard it. The widow is trying to get the brother. So, at one point, the deceased brother's wife and Maximum, I guess you could kind of say they almost tried to be a couple, but it didn't really work out. It didn't work out. So the widow, instead of choosing Maximum to be her husband, chose Maximum's brother to be her husband. Now, Maximum's brother was in line ahead of him to take over the family royal responsibilities and all of that. So this woman chose to go for the next in line to be over all of this estate and money and what have you. Well, that husband dies. And so Maximum, the one she didn't choose, is next in line to then take over all of that. So as you can guess, she tries to rekindle with Maximum. Go figure. So at any rate, things take a turn when Alyssa's past catches up with her. Maximum uses his means to protect Alyssa from kidnappers and an abusive betrothed. So Alyssa has pretty much ran away from home. She's an adult, but she ran away from home because she was due to marry this man that she did not want to marry. It was kind of one of those arranged marriages. And this marriage to this man was to kind of give her family a little bit more wealth, a little bit more status. And she didn't want to marry this man. He was abusive, and she did not want to marry him. So she pretty much left, ran away. And so now Alyssa is in London and is a housekeeper for Maximus, this wealthy man. And kidnappers are after her. And not only are the kidnappers after her, well, he's not even her husband. The arranged marriage man, the man she's supposed to marry, is after her too. So she's kind of got a double whammy there. And so some things happen, and Maximus goes all protective and savior mode. And in the process of attempting to save her from the kidnappers, Maximus, in his carnal feelings, grow into something more. So this is kind of a story where, you know, it's the damsel in distress, and the man, you know, puts on his cape and attempts to try and protect and save her. But I will let you read the book to find out whether or not Alyssa is saved by Maximus's actions. Will Alyssa return Maximum's feelings? Well, you'll have to read the book to find that out. I can't give too much more away, else I'm just going to tell you the whole book, and that is not my intent. So you're going to have to read the book to find out how things play out. I will say I didn't recognize who the author was when I picked this book up, but this is the 50 Shades of Grey author. So reading the book after, you know, making that connection, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I know what I'm going to be in for. But this book wasn't as raunchy as the Christian Grey saga. There was a heavy helping of sexual descriptions in the book as warning. But I wouldn't classify it as a smut read. I just think there was, you know, a healthy dose of sexual interaction that this author is known for. There you go. I think the story could have had more meat and substance to it. The backstory for Alyssa and Maximum could have had more depth and explanation. The author could have expanded on the kidnapping part of the storyline. The author gave an explanation but didn't go too far with it. There could very well have been a couple of layers added on to that particular part of the book, but again, I'm not the author, but I think it could have gave it a little bit more depth. However, I think going too deep on that part of the book may have changed the feel of it to a higher seriousness level, which I don't think the author wanted, obviously. I was left feeling like it is what it is. on that particular piece of the book. The book does give segue to some deeper discussion in the area of kidnapping and human trafficking. This book also could bring up the topic of arranged marriages, parental expectations, parental and partner physical abuse, just to name a few. This was a good story, even though I felt the author could have given us a bit more substance and meat. Maybe there's a sequel that will give us a bit more background and a little bit more depth pertaining to these characters. Since this is the Christian Grey creator, this book was kind of along the same lines to a degree, which led me to believe there will be future volumes for this couple. So maybe we'll see a little bit more about these two if there's another book coming out. All in all, it was a pretty good, quick read. Again, it's not quite what I would consider a bona fide smut level book, but it does have a healthy dosage of sexual content. The only other thing that I would say is there is some physical abuse in the book. There is some violence in regards to kidnappers and Alyssa's betrothed. So I give this book a 7.5 out of 10. So pick it up if you want a quick, easy read. So subscribe, click like, share, tell a friend. If you've read this book, comment your thoughts. I would like to know what you think. And until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.